Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to live and exclusive commentary of the Coventry Derby, live from Sphinx Drive. It's live coverage of Coventry United and Coventry Sphinx in the Midland Football League Cup. This is quite the occasion here on CUTV. As we said, there is nothing quite like a derby. We are just moments away from kickoff in one of the most hotly anticipated fixtures of the season, and of course one that will be repeated before long. The two sides will meet again on Boxing Day at the Butts Park Arena in the league, but it's all about the cup tonight. Let's get straight into the starting lineup for Coventry Sphinx. Starting today for the Sphinx: number 1, Tom Cross; number 2, Aaron Stringfellow; number 3, Lewis Hudson; number 4, Jackson Downey; number 5, Michael Quirk; number 6, Lewis Guest; number 7, Sam Jackson; number 8, the captain, Callum Woodward; number 9, Joel Grandison; number 10, Josh O'Grady; number 11, Charlie Faulkner. Substitutes for Coventry Sphinx: number 12 is Ryan Harkin; number 14, Liam Cairns; number 15, Liam Rock; number 16, Ramsey Shaheen; and number 17, Taji Smith. And for Coventry United today, we haven't got the squad numbers just yet, but starting with the red and greens are Brad Caswell, Ben Valance, Kyle Barnett, Shane Nicholson, Jamal Clark, Luke Downs, Gift Musa, Jake Holt, Aaron Solomon, Kervin Ellis, and Shaquille McDonald. It will be the red and greens to kick things off, with swerving Kervin Ellis standing over the ball. Coventry Sphinx in the sky blue and white shirts with navy shorts and navy socks. Coventry United, of course, in the red shirts with green shorts and socks, the civic colours of this proud city, a city that both of these teams are so proud to represent, but only one can prevail tonight. We are underway at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United kicking from left to right. It's a former red and green on the ball now with Lewis Hudson, slipped by Shane Wilson. This pitch is very slippery tonight, very marshy. Valance looking for Kervin Ellis. It falls at the feet of Guest, who launches it away. Clark. And it's with Shane Nicholson. Solomon, siding by Ben Valance. Woodward. Valance on the left-hand side, just inside Sphinx territory, coming together there between Solomon and Hudson. So free kick to be taken by the captain, Woodward. Woodward. Cross the left-hand side, cross coming tuning here for Coventry Sphinx. Cutting from the left. Launch towards the far post. Valance able to launch it away. Could come back in though. And Caswell launches himself into the area and collects the ball as United play it away. Ends up back with the opposite goalkeeper in Tom Cross. Ellis. Standing challenge by Michael Quirk. Takes the ball back for Sphinx. Cross. Sends it down the right-hand side. And the path of Charlie Faulkner blocked off. Crosses in and just evades Joel Grandson at the far post. Throw in just inside United turf, taken by Callum Woodward. Sent up and out. Sphinx trying to make progress down that left-hand side, and again their path blocked off. It will be a throw-in on the left-hand side of the penalty area with Lewis Hudson on throw-in duty, a former red and green of course. Guest is down line, but Hudson will decide to launch it into the box, it seems. Thinks twice, plays a 1-2 with his former United teammate Josh O'Grady. Headed by Nicholson, and as far as O'Grady again. We seem to be holding the former United man, and the shot away across the face of goal, well held by Brad Caswell. Nicholson looks for Ellis. Rolled away by Quirk, former goal scorer in this fixture of course. Last two derbies to take place at this venue, both won by Sphinx. United winners in 3 derbies. They don't want that run to continue. United of course have done particularly well in cup competitions this season, including this, the League Cup. Determination from the red and greens to earn possession back in a dangerous position. Here's Luke Downs, formerly of Sphinx. Holt. Ball stuck between his feet there and bundled to the ground. Referee says no foul, and here come the Sphinx. Barnett gets his body between Granderson and the ball. Good defensive pressure there from the former Sky Blues youngster. Jamal Clark, the red and greens captain. Solomon free on the right hand side. Plays it short to Musa. Now Solomon, swiftly closed down by Hudson. Takes it around the former United man, and that will be a Coventry United throw-in. Guest in with a challenge on Kervin Ellis. And now the red and greens have the throw right in front of the CUTV camera. Nicholson launches it upfield, won in the air by Lewis Hudson, and again by the Sphinx number 7, Jackson. United intercept. Woodward lunges in, and Woodward going into the back of Musa there. Musa blasts it against Sam Jackson. United unhappy. There will be a throw to Coventry United deep into their own turf. Nicholson. And United give away the free kick there, with Ellis seemingly putting his arm into the face of Guest. Well, derbies can be high-tempered affairs. And it looks like we have all the hallmarks of one here. Oh, we've had plenty of nights under the floodlights here at Sphinx Drive, the former home of Coventry United. It seems so long ago now. United now 18 months into their 10-year at the Butspark Arena. Happy days aplenty at Sphinx Drive, although there are 2 years here, 2 league titles. And for Sphinx, they are doing ever so well in the MFL, 4th at the moment. United down in 10th. So midfield battle ensues. Solomon forced back into his own half. Nicholson dispossessed by a lunging challenge from Woodward. Out comes Brad Caswell to catch the lofted ball sent into the danger zone by Charlie Faulkner. Faulkner thinks about the shot, lofts it in, out of range of Granderson, the brother of former Coventry City youngster Jermaine Granderson. Sam Jackson on the left hand side of the penalty area. Cross in, and again Caswell is there to pick it up with danger looming. Caswell's the man you want in the foxhole. So So we'll have 5 minutes, over 5 minutes gone now here on CUTV with Liam Cook. Coventry Sphinx nil, Coventry United nil, but Sphinx have started the brighter. United, of course, will not have expected the preparation they've had today. Kyle Carey leaving the club today. It was announced going to Mikolova. What will the Red and Greens be able to do without him? That crossfield ball from Solomon easily picked up by Stringfellow. But the hopeful ball down the right flank was just that, hopeful, not successful. And Kyle Barnett will stroll away from the danger zone and look for a red shirt. Upfield, sticks his ace through that one. Makes the run down the left-hand side, that front three. McDonald brings it down and now has to evade Stringfellow. Ball in, doesn't find its way over the head of Michael Kirk and nodded out of play on the far side by Faulkner, who's enjoyed a pretty successful time of it lately. Ryan Harkin, who has been among the goals today, is on the bench. McDonald is not, as he is tripped in the penalty area and the referee says no penalty. McDonald is holding his face, seems to have taken a heavy landing, and now the referee will stop play, but no penalty given as McDonald was sent flying by a Sphinx challenge. The Red and Green Army behind the goal absolutely furious, but the referee made it known very early that he was not giving the penalty and told Shaq to get back to his feet, something that Shaq is not doing at the moment. And the Sphinx defence none too happy, saying it was too easy. It's the first real opportunity United have had in the area of the park. Well, it's been a delicate start for both teams. And now the referee is having a word with Jamal Clark, the Coventry United captain. United furious, they didn't get a penny out of it. I'd say Sphinx are probably a little bit lucky to get off with that, but I've seen them given, I've seen them not given. Of course, it's all down to the individual with the whistle. No referees are the same, some would give it, some wouldn't. And this particular individual who has now produced a drop ball to Tom Cross decided that no penalty would be given, and now we are underway at a packed Sphinx drive. So Faulkner's going to lead the throw for Alan Stringfellow. Stringfellow up line. Snapped out of play again, this time by Shaquille McDonald. An unfamiliar area of the park for Shaq. United again going for the 4-3-3 today, with Shaq on the left, curving down the middle, and Aaron Solomon on the right. Faulkner forced away from the box, is blocked by Holt and Shaq, and so was the cross, blocked up by Holt. United standing strong, standing firm. Can they hold out the Sphinx onslaught? Stringfellow's throw. Faulkner brings it down, has got to find a way out of this red and green circle, and he can't find his way out of it. But Musa can't keep the ball within the boundaries of the field. He races down the left flank, hoping to find Ellis. Stringfellow again, hoops it upfield. Faulkner in, it doesn't find its way past Barnett to the near post. A volley by Shaquille McDonald. Ellis couldn't reach the ball, he was held up by Guest, and Kirk plays it back to Tom Cross, who's got rave reviews from the Sphinx fans online. Cross's lofted ball, nodded out by Jamal Clark. That aerial duel with Granderson and Clark, two men mountains. Woodward drills it towards the penalty area. O'Grady couldn't control it, and now it's Jake Holt on the move with the red and greens, streaming down the centre of the park. Left field ball towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Handball claims. Referee gives handball. The Sphinx man absolutely furious. Quirk insistent that it hit him on the shoulder, not the arm. It was high up on the arm, certainly. The ball intended for McDonald didn't find the speedy striker. But you know they've got something even better. They've got a free kick now. But can they put it to good use? Well, with Carl Carey gone, Kevin Thornton not on the park, Jake Holt will take over the set piece duties. Oh, the one man you want in the area to get on that ball is Kervin Ellis. Jamal Clark in there, Kyle Bonnet offering some considerable size too. Holt will go in looking for Kervin Ellis. It's come out to Barnett, tries to slide it back in. Aaron Solomon looks to find his way around Woodward. Needs support here as he's forced onto the right hand side of the penalty area. Nicholson's down line. Solomon goes for the cross himself. Cannons off the backside there of Woodward. Solomon tries to shift it out of play. It's still in. It looked like it had gone out there from Solomon. And it slid out after the cross from Solomon. Had to hold off the Sphinx midfielder. The low cross turned away by Quirk. Well, after a strong start from Sphinx, a pocket of United pressure has presented itself. Can United take advantage? It's past Kervin Ellis. It's Downs, the former Sphinx man, with a wayward effort towards the left-hand side of the post. So we're coming up to the 15th minute here on CUTV. Today's broadcast sponsored by Current, building bespoke software to increase sales and improve your business process. Head to current.it for more information. So Tom Cross lines up the goal kick. There it goes. Down the centre of the park, one in the air well by Kyle Barnett. Ellis, slide from behind by Guest. Referee says it was good, but the resulting challenge from Ellis wasn't. And now Sphinx look to start things quickly with Callum Woodward on the free kick. Quirk lofts it towards the opposite penalty area. Faulkner misses with the first header, but he'll get to the loose ball after an aerial collision with Valence. Down line. Jackson Downey forced down the right-hand side. Musa getting stuck in there. Taking the ball away. McDonald lofts it over the defence, but it won't find Ellis. Swerving, curving a little too slow to that one as Cross again clears. It's onto the head of Jake Holt. Ellis was offside and couldn't interfere in play. It's ended up back with Cross. No harm done. Cross. The ball ends up to the feet of Jamal Clark in the centre circle. Again, high into the sky. Ellis brings it down for McDonald. Shaquille McDonald. Dispossessed one-on-one by Woodward. Of course, this was the fixture where Shaq made his Coventry United debut last year. And now, a bit of a trip there on Granderson, penalised by the ref. Kyle Barnett, the culprit. And the referee is going to call over the United number 5. It looked like a bit of a soft free kick to give. And it looks like Barnett is going to go in the book here for dissent. The United man right to feel aggrieved, but you've got to put your point across in a constructive manner. The referees aren't going to particularly like being shouted at. And the first yellow card of the day, Kyle Barnett, the recipient. You know, imagine Terry Hansen furious on the touchline. Hearts pumping and blood boiling on Derby Day. What's new? Sent deep into the penalty area, nodded down by Granderson. But Barnett's there to pick up the pieces. Woodward will send it back into danger. Josh O'Grady, the Coventry United record breaker, challenged from behind by his old teammate Ben Valence. McDonald wins the race against Jackson Downey. Musa can't find his way past Woodward. And now Downey sticks his legs through that one. The run being made down the right hand side by both Granderson and Faulkner. Granderson forced down, and that is going to be, is it a penalty? I think it is. Right on the corner of the penalty area. But it's going to be a free kick. A free kick only. Boy, oh boy, was that close. Another yard and Grandison would have been in the penalty area. United have got away with that one. Grandison bundled over. No doubt it was a foul. Was it in the area? But it will be a free kick. Joshua Grady has produced a whole host of magic with set pieces on this ground. He nearly did it again. Punched away on the line by Brad Caswell. Downey. Sphinx trying to find a route into the box. They won't find one just yet. Oh, that is a horrible challenge. A very late challenge from Faulkner on Gift Musa. Oh, and a push there on Luke Downs. This is getting very messy indeed. Disgusting behaviour here. As Coventry United and Coventry Sphinx both at fault. This is not the sort of scenes that we like to see at any football match. Gift Musa taken out by a rather wayward challenge, shall we say, from Charlie Faulkner. Musa racing down the right-hand side, and Faulkner sliding in like a bullet train about 2 seconds late. And the referee has called over both assistants and certainly has some decision making to do now. And the melee that followed ended up with Luke Downs on the ground, and now the captain's called over, Callum Woodward and Jamal Clark. And we could well see further punishment for the players involved. Well, the first player being called over, I believe that's Faulkner. Yellow card. So that's the challenge out of the way. Charlie Faulkner in the book. Yellow card for Callum Woodward. And that's your lot. So 2 yellow cards for Sphinx players. Faulkner for the challenge, and Woodward for his response. Well, passion is one thing, but the passion spilled over from both Sphinx and United. Hardly surprising in a derby, of course, but let's hope that the players can keep their talking on the grass from now on. Well, after a bit of a tasty melee, let's hope we can see some tasty football now as Brad Caswell gets us underway once again with the free kick following the challenge on Musa. The free kick nodded away by Michael Quirk. Faulkner, the overhead kick sending Grandison on his way down the right hand side. He's got Barnett for company. Joel Grandison, and the cross cannons up Barnett for a throw in right in the corner. Slide through by O'Grady. Stringfellow in. Hudson thinking about the shot. Handball claims. And Nicholson lunges in and gets that ball away just in time. And the slide in by Lewis Hudson collects Aram Solomon, that gives the throw in to the Red and Greens. The ball bouncing awkwardly in the penalty area. Nicholson first to it before Faulkner. Well over 20 minutes here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry Sphinx 0, Coventry United 0. It hasn't been the on-field action that has taken the headlines so far. The ball rolls over the shoulder of Gift Musa. His hands on Downey. Quirk. Lofted afield by Hudson. Header won by Nicholson. Downs with the volley. Now Kerwin Ellis, surrounded by sky blue shirts as he tries to collect the ball. And now Woodward screaming in the referee's face. He's got to be careful. He's already got a yellow card. Well, Ellis with a misjudged attempt to bring the ball down, catching Woodward with the Outstretched leg. No doubt it's a free kick. But Woodward has got to control his emotions here. Well, the referee has done a pretty good job of keeping control of this match so far. Not many men can competently referee a derby as hotly anticipated as this one. Grady just about keeping the ball in play, but Nicholson makes sure that doesn't last and puts it out for the corner. So corner to come in from Sam Jackson. It was a far post and over the crossbar by Michael Quirk. Well, Quirk, of course, is no stranger to scoring against United. He was in a decent position to head it home, but unfortunately couldn't stick it on target. As this is the Midland Football League Cup, if we end in a draw after 90 minutes, here's a free kick is given to Coventry United. A bit of a argy-bargy from the back there from Joshua Grady. If it doesn't end in a draw after 90 minutes, we will go straight to penalties. No extra time here. Of course, there will be a winner tonight. Jordan to the area by McDonald. Quirk gets it as far as Hudson. And Musa caught as Hudson slides it away. The ball had already gone. Ends up all the way back with Brad Caswell, the goalkeeper for Coventry United. Caswell towards the left. Valance turns away from the challenge. And back to Caswell. I don't think Caswell wanted that. He's got it. He's got to do something with it. Here's Kyle Barnett. Valance. There's acres of space on the right hand side. You can find Nicholson. And again, it's back to Caswell. Need to be a little bit braver here. Clark to Ellis. Tells Ellis to hold the ball. He holds off Quirk and now it's Downs. McDonald tried to chest control. Holt gives it back to McDonald. The shot by Shaq. Cannons off the back of Stringfellow. The red and greens have a corner. It's been a while since United have been up this end of the park. Delivery from Solomon. Ellis down to the feet of Jake Holt. Out to Luke Downs and blocked by the foot of Woodward. Now it's with Gift Musa who beats O'Grady to the ball. Musa takes on the United record breaker as well as Jackson. Downline to Luke Downs. Just space in the centre circle for Shane Nicholson. Musa. Now it's with Ben Valance. The two fullbacks are the only two men staying back for the corner. What a run this is by Ben Valance. Looking to slot it through for Kerwin Ellis. But Hudson with the vital touch. Jackson can only clear as far as Gift Musa. Clark to the far post. Downey can only find McDonald. Holt can't turn away from the two Sphinx men. Musa catching Downey as both men going to ground. Ends up back with Hudson. Now Jackson. Woodward. United pushing back now, regrouping, getting back into position. As Sphinx maintain the ball. Granderson, challenge from behind by Jamal Clark. It's a challenge that's worked well. Ellis. Aaron Solomon takes on Stringfellow. Solomon cannons off Quirk. Kept in though by Cross. Solomon setting his sights on the Sphinx net, but couldn't find his way through a congested penalty area. We are deep into the second half of the opening period here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry Sphinx 0, Coventry United 0. The Sphinx regroup for their next passage of play. Cross bounces the ball and then lobs it clear. United throw in on the far side of the park as Faulkner failed to judge the bounce. Valance with ball in hand looks for an option up line. Couldn't find any of them. Straight over Holton. Quirk fires it afield. Granderson can't judge the attempted header. And a free kick given against Skip Musa, connecting with the back there of Jackson Downey. So in the centre circle, Sphinx have themselves a free kick. Sphinx have had some promising play, haven't been able to put any of their chances away though. The large crowd at Sphinx Drive came to see a show. Can the home side give them one? Nodded into the danger zone, overhead kick by Kevin Ellis. Comes out to Jackson Downey. Ellis again with a challenge. Solomon, now McDonald. Ellis making the run, but the Shack attack is sprinting clear. Fantastic sliding challenge though by Lewis Hudson. He got that perfectly right. Faulkner tries his best to keep it in play with a slide, but couldn't quite do it. United take the throw in. Valance turns away from Faulkner. Sends it up the left. Chest control by Ellis. Holds up the challenge from Quirk. Quirk with a bit of arm pulling there. And Quirk's out of position. He's got to get back into defence now. But luckily for Quirk, Downs plays it back to Caswell. So United again looking to build from the back. But it seems to be an option that they're using a little bit too much at the moment. Barnett halts the intended target. Blocked off from the ball by Quirk. And Stringfellow will launch it out of play for the throw halfway into Sphinx territory. And it will be a Coventry United throw. Half an hour gone here on CUTV. It's still scoreless, but plenty to talk about. Holt. 2 Sphinx challenges. The second one will work from Guest. O'Grady's pass, though, to Jackson was not what was required. Musa with the strike. Handball claims against Woodward. Referee waves them away. Well, the arm was outstretched from Woodward. But was he just using it for balance? Here's Lewis Hudson, a former red and green, a former fan favourite. He's made himself at home at Sphinx this season. Jackson looks for O'Grady up line, a tangle with Jamal Clark. And again, the referee is unmoved. The man in black trying to let the game flow as much as he can. Neither side has really taken this game by the scruff of the neck just yet. McDonald spots the run of Nicholson, finds Nicholson with precision, and Nicholson's cross takes a deflection off Lewis Hudson. United wants handball on the outside of the penalty area, but they will get the corner. Aaron Solomon goes over to take this corner kick. Solomon drills it into the penalty area and cleared by Woodward before it could find any red shirts. And now Woodward begins the counter. There's space on the right hand side for Charlie Faulkner in form for Sphinx. Will he be in amongst the goals tonight? Faulkner making a beeline for the net. Shot charged down by Downs. Comes back into the air though for Faulkner. It's Faulkner behind the net with a powerful hit. Jackson Downey threading it back into the area for the surging number 11, but he couldn't hit the target. We'll be taking a short break on CUTV at half time. So make sure to look for the second live stream on the CUTV Coventry YouTube channel. The highlights of today's game can be found tomorrow morning. YouTube.com/Coventry United TV, the place to find all of your men's and women's action this season. And if you haven't heard, the planned League Cup meeting between Chichester City and Coventry United ladies, that's now been cancelled. The ladies will in fact be at home to QPR in the Women's National League Southern Premier on Sunday instead. Donald looks for Ellis, nodded down by Quirk. Jackson first to it. Only find Musa in the centre circle, goes left this time. Solomon, first time flick on to Kevin Ellis. Shields the ball from Quirk. Now Solomon again. Aaron Solomon, he's got Ellis with him. Races past the ball there, but it's back with Ellis, despite Stringfellow's best efforts. Shrugs off the challenge there, Kevin Ellis. He's not going to be stopped by Quirk. Valence. Options in the area. Ellis, Shack and Holt all ready to receive the ball. Valence taken out of play by Faulkner's slide, and Coventry United have another corner, this time on the left. Around 5 minutes to go until the break. Around 10 minutes, I should say. So 10 minutes to go until half time. Who can Solomon pick out? It's towards Jake Holt, diving header away. United's corners have had little effect so far today. Granderson. Sphinx move out from their own penalty area and set their sights on the United one. Stringfellow to Woodward. Hudson calls for it on the left. In fact, finds Jackson. Jackson's got Hudson with him. But the number 7 will now lay it off to Hudson. And Hudson with a tame ball into the area. I believe he was hoping that Jackson would continue the run, but Hudson didn't lock up before playing the ball. Downs caught by Jackson. Referee gives the free kick. So Jamal Clark will leave the free kick for Brad Caswell as time is running out in the first half. A high tempo opening 45 minutes, but so far nothing in the way of clear-cut opportunities. So it's Caswell sending it away with a free kick. Ellis nods it on, looking for McDonald. McDonald's path blocked up by a wall of sky blue, but he'll find Ellis in there. Blocked up by Woodward. Flicked up to the air, nodded away. Musa. Granderson beats Clark to it. Granderson, O'Grady, quick pass to Jackson. Now Hudson. Lewis Hudson looking for Granderson. That ball a little too powerful, even for the big number 9. Faulkner racing to the loose ball, but unsuccessful as Valence sends it deep into Sphinx territory. Ellis couldn't reach it before a sliding guest, but United will have the throw. Left-hand side of the park, right on Sphinx's doorstep. So it's Valence on throw-in duty. Solomon, back to Valence. Looking to find Solomon again, does find Solomon again. Stringfellow blocks his path. He'll play it down line to Valence once more. Ben Valence cuts in with the left-hand side. It's Ben Valence going all the way! And he just bounces across the face of goal. And Valence hoping for a wonder goal on Derby Day. Those are the margins in a game like this. And it ends up on the, he's going to play for a throw-in. Hudson's throw-up line. O'Grady tries to turn Nicholson. And Nicholson takes out play for a Coventry United throw. Well, the ball seemed to come off O'Grady last, but the referee's assistant on this near side has given the Sphinx throw. In all fairness, the assistant, he couldn't see the deflection on this side, which seemed to come off O'Grady last. Oh, there it goes from Lewis Hudson. Down towards the head of it, it's nodded up again by Josh O'Grady. Granderson, now Jackson. He won't reach it before Nicholson, who slams it across the railings. Frame quickly taken. Granderson down the left. Good, strong challenge from Jamal Clark. Looks to find his way around Jackson. He'll lay it off to Nicholson, who punts it clear as far as the head of Callum Woodward. Chested down by Jackson Downey. It's O'Grady towards the penalty area. Headed clearance by Barnett, again by Solomon. Woodward across to the right with Stringfellow. Faulkner can get the ball in from here, right-hand side. Faulkner looks for the cross, gets the cross away. Granson at the far post! And that will be a corner kick. Nicholson got there first. I tried to think what the outcome would have been if Nicholson hadn't got there first. Corner in. Caswell attempts to punch. Got something on it just enough, but it's going to come back in. Solomon was being held by Faulkner. Referee says no. And now Musa should be able to clear. Tries to take it around Jackson. A dangerous tactic, but a tactic that's worked. And now Musa is on his way. Shrugs off Jackson. Brilliant run here by Musa. Having his arm held by Jackson. Plays it back into the defence now with Shane Nicholson. But United have got themselves away from the danger zone. Musa looking to throw it down the right for Luke Downs. It's cut out by Josh O'Grady and hoofed away by Guest. Brought down by Jackson. Now Hudson. Downey. Granderson. That's Jackson on this left flank. Goes into a more central location. Lost it to the right. Solomon couldn't bring it down. It's allowed Stringfellow back onto it. Wasted chance with Rowland Greens to intercept. Now Faulkner. Charlie Faulkner with his sets on the goal. In goes Clark with a sliding challenge. Nothing's got past the United captain today. Solomon drills it to the right, and now Luke Downs is streaming towards the area. Gets the pass away to Kerwin Ellis. He's got Shaq in front of him. Ellis drills it, and it's well held by Tom Cross as it bounces into his grasp. It's been a first half of brilliant play, but few opportunities. And Ellis trying his luck from long range. Cross was equal to it. Cross's kick nodded by Barnett down to Musa. Clark. Looking for options further afield. Decides to lay it up to Nicholson and O'Grady, but it's Clark who brings it down. Jamal Clark. Holt races to the loose ball and collects it before Stringfellow can. Now it's with Aram Solomon. In goes Wood with a calm slide and takes it away. Granderson offside. He receives the ball with a little bit too much space. Closing on the final stages of the first half. Today's show sponsored by Current. Building bespoke software to increase sales and improve your business process. Head to current.it for more information. Ellis barges Guest to the ground, but in doing so loses that to Stringfellow, who clears it up line for a Coventry United throw. Highlights of today's match will be on YouTube, youtube.com/Coventry United TV tomorrow morning. So it's Valence. Looking for options further afield, taking a few yards there with a little skip. And again, it's to the feet of Ellis. Musa tries to thread it in. Neither Shaq or Holt were available to collect. Again, we'll be taking a short break at half time, so look for the second live stream. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Coffee United TV for all the latest updates from the show. Hopeful ball to the final third from Holt and cleared swiftly by Quirk. The referee directing Ben Valence as to where to take the throw. Takes it quickly and plays a 1-2 with Jake Holt. Holt gets the man on calls with Randerson rushing towards him. Clark. Dead centre of the park. Luke Downs. Right to the right hand side. Nicholson. Gives it back to Caswell. United being pushed back. Sphinx playing a high line here. Guest is first to it. And takes it out of play for the Coventry United throw-in. It was actually Jackson Downey who got there first. Nicholson's throw. Eventually brought down by Ellis. What can he do from here? Avoids the slide. Nicholson. Can someone get his head on it? No, he can't. It's Stringfellow. But Holt isn't giving up and knocks it back towards the danger zone. Lofted away. Sent back where it came from by Barnett. Ball retention from both sides, pretty poor. Now it's Solomon. Looking for Kerwin Ellis. Quirk. And he'll send it upfield. It'll be kept in this time, will it? Bounces over Faulkner. Bit of head tennis going on here. A congested midfield. And United give away the free kick there as Musa leaps into the back of Jackson Downey. Free kick if ever I've seen one. And And the referee's asked these Sphinx players to hold up for a minute. Well, the first half, as Cross's kick heads straight out of play at the other end of the park. So Caswell places the ball. Eventually he will get the goal kick taken. There it goes. Downey, nodded on by Guest. Good first touch there while Josh O'Grady allows the forward to sprint on. Holds off Holt. And Holt gets the final touch as the ball trickles over the white line. So Downey will leave the throw for Stringfellow. That rhymes. Throw down line to Michael Quirk. Maybe it's time for one more push before the break for Sphinx. Quirk looking for Jackson. Nodded away from danger. Downs down the right for McDonald. Downs again. Looks aloft over the head of Jackson. Downey couldn't do so. Ends up back with Barnett. Chested in the air by Jake Holt. Looking for the run of McDonald, who is held off by Lewis Hudson, who slides the ball into the next field in an attempt to keep it away from Shaq. And Nicholson's got another ball. He's arguing the toss with the referee, saying that the throw should have been a few yards further up, and indeed it should have been, but the throw ends up going back to the goalkeeper. It lightly grazed the head of Ellis, ends up back with Cross, and Cross quickly distributes it to, well, he was looking for Granderson, a dangerous header by Barnett, nearly taking it over the head of Caswell. Sphinx asking for offside against Ellis, referee says no. Jackson makes progress down the left-hand side. Jackson cuts in from the left to a more central location. Now it's with Downey. Lays it off for Woodward. Tries the lofted ball into the area, and Woodward couldn't find a sky blue shirt. There will be a fair bit of added time after the melee we had earlier on in the half. Seems a long time ago. The half has really slowed down since then. It's gone from a boil to a simmer. It was a good job they didn't go up anymore. It would have burnt the whole house down. Faulkner embarks on one more mission before half-time. Valance ends that particular mission, and Downs finishes the job. A powerful clearance, a slip by Quirk as he tried to control, can only concede the throw-in. Well, the referee was playing for half-time there, but not so. Got a bit more time to play. And maybe one more chance for the Red and Greens to get themselves on the score sheet before the referee's half-time whistle. Lofted up from the back line. Ellis, the intended target, seems to be the go-to with the Red and Greens looking for the big man. Sphinx trying their best to mark him out of the game. The clearance brought down by Luke Downs. Downs looking for an option as he strolls through the Sphinx midfield. Solomon back heel. Holt tries to thread it through for Ellis. Stringfellow that little too quick for swerving, curving, and Cross sticks his laces through that one and clears the danger. Brought down just inside Sphinx turf by Clark. Nicholson in support. Shane Nicholson. Again, Ellis the target. Bounces off the shoulder there of Guest. Collision there between Musa and Woodward. And the referee gives the foul in favour of Woodward, and Musa stayed down. And the referee has asked Sphinx not to play the free kick just yet as Musa gets back to his feet. He's okay now, so we've already had about 3 minutes of added time. Lewis Gesser not too happy with the assistant's call of onside. Personally, I think the Lions are doing absolutely brilliantly today. One more launch into the box by Cross. Cushioned header brings it down for Valance. And that's the end of the first half here at Sphinx Drive. Plenty of action, but no goal so far. There's plenty of time for that, though. Half-time score here on CUTV with Liam Cook. Coventry Sphinx 0, Coventry United 0. We'll be back in 10 minutes on CUTV. Don't go anywhere.